special guest. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah. My name's Jessie Christian.
How old are you, Jesse?
I'm 28 years old. I'm turning 29 in May. Well, later this May.
Later this May. And where are you from, Jesse?
I'm originally from like the Colchester-Harrow area. I mainly grew up Leamington, Colchester, lived in Windsor for a little bit, and then ended up moving out here last year or so.
In Essex?
Yeah.
With Kathy?
Yeah, I've been living here with Kathy for the past year, roughly.
Now, Jesse, could you explain to us maybe some of your journey, like some of the struggles you've had to deal with?
With some of my journey, with the mental illness that I've dealt with, especially the last few years, I didn't realize I had certain mental illness when I was growing up. In working in the trades that I did, roofing and construction, I met a lot of different type of people, as you can say. And I think that sort of played into some of what I deal with today.
And what is that you deal with today?
Well, I deal with manic depression, psychosis, and schizoaffective disorder or schizophrenia. They're still deciding between the two.
So since this has come to light, you said over the last few years?
Yeah, so I formally got diagnosed about 2.5, maybe 3 years ago, just at the end of COVID, roughly.
And it's been a struggle.
Yeah, the last few years it has been a major struggle. At first I didn't really know what I was dealing with. I just thought I was losing my mind. Hearing voices, being extremely suicidal all the time. I literally thought I was losing it, and that as a young adult.
And has there been any help? Not much help in the community for that, eh?
Well, the stigmatism I find around mental health in smaller communities isn't really, like, the help isn't really there. And then the stigmatism behind people with mental illness too in smaller communities is like we get frowned upon, like we're burdens to the community essentially. That we can't be productive members of society. And some of that stigmatism I find directly affects like how I feel, especially when I leave the house and I get weird looks or, you know.
Absolutely. Now, how did you come to meet Kathy?
So I met Kathy through my mother. My mother reached out to Kathy because she was having a lot of issues trying to not deal with me, but help me out in that. So she was trying to find resources and other things to help me. And she reached out to Kathy, this wonderful lady who's been just extraordinary and awesome with everything that she does for just in general around this house. Like the food that she brings in, is coming in every day. Even though she's like a landlord for the house, she's sort of like a counselor for everyone here. You know, like when she's here, she'll have conversations with people, see how people are doing. She brings in.
She cares.
Yeah, she genuinely cares about the people who are here, and that.
How has she helped you?
She's helped me in an immense amount of different ways by giving me rides to doctor's appointments and different appointments that I need to get to. I got into a little bit of legal trouble this past month with my motorcycle. She helped me get to the police station and make sure everything was A-okay. Just the security and the generalized acceptance of, you know, how we can be sometimes is reassuring too.
She provides food.
Yeah, she honestly, with the donations that she gets through a lot of the supermarkets, she brings in quite a bit of food to the house. Like we don't get everything, but we do get quite a bit of what we need, and that like breads, milks, meats, some things, you know.
Help.
Like it really does go a long way, and it helps out. And that.
And you've seen her help multiple people like this?
Yeah, she feeds the homeless on a weekly basis, and then she has another home that she supplies with food, and that. she'll do outreach in the community where people will come up to her and ask her, "Can I have like a box of this or a box of that out of her van?" And she's more than willing to be like, "Here, take some. Here, take a few boxes of this or that. What do you need?" Essentially.
And her providing like a place to live with like.
Honestly, her providing me this place to live has been one of the most reassuring things I've ever had, because like dealing with homelessness a couple times throughout my life, being like first time I was homeless I was 16, so that was definitely a struggle to deal with. And then I was homeless just just at the end of COVID roughly. And that little bit after I got diagnosed, I was homeless for a while, which
And she helped you.
yeah.